Hello, it's been a while. I kind of stopped doing videos, and that just happens sometimes. Some things were happening in life, and I think I was putting too much on my plate. Just trying to do consistent, like, gaming videos, albeit are enjoyable to make, and they're fine. They're not ultimately what I like doing. I love getting on the camera and just yapping and talking, and that's what we're going to be doing today. Because this weekend I went to Anime NYC and I got to go to Hololive All for One. And it's mostly going to be talking about Hololive All for One because really at Anime NYC I just bought a bunch of Hololive merch. So there's really not much to say about that. I've been watching some anime, but not a lot. I do want to preface this video with, yeah, friends and family who know me in real life, this is going to be probably a boring one for you. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be upfront. You're probably just going to be like, I mean, maybe you'll just listen and enjoy it. You know, you just like hearing my voice. I mean, I like hearing my voice sometimes. So, I mean, whatever. It's going to be very weeby of me. So, I want to talk about my trip to New York. It was really fun. You know, it was really great and amazing. Got to go to New York. I got to New York at like 8 or 9 o'clock and instantly saw people in the streets. I saw, I think, a Luffy cosplayer. I saw some Team Rocket cosplayers, and I instantly was like, ah, yes. I am completely and utterly safe at this point. Also, I'm probably, you'll see at this point that I'm just going to be using video footage from the Hololive concert, because this is what it's going to mainly focus on. Because I want to talk about the concert, and things around the concert, and kind of things around Hololive in general, because there's some things to unpack. I think it's overall very, very good. I do think there's a few things that I'm just like, whoa, do I really even belong here right now? This is weird. This is strange. So, let's go into, I guess, how I originally planned this trip. I planned this trip to go to Anime NYC on Friday and on Saturday, and then go to the Hololive All for One concert on Sunday, not knowing that the Saturday one is a different set list. I thought they were two separate, like the same set list. I didn't know it was two different ones. I feel like that's something where they don't really announce the set list ahead of time, because most of the people around me were very shocked to hear very certain songs. So obviously, if they're shocked to hear it, they probably don't let people know, and that's understandable. There's a surprise element to it, which is very good to have. Now, I do then want to jump into that I did happen to go to Saturday's concert. And I want to start this off by really talking about Anime NYC on Friday and on Saturday that I went, because that leads into the Hololive concert, and it's very important too. Because the biggest panel, the biggest area that most people were at the entire time was the Hololive booth. It was just so packed the entire time. I didn't stand around there. It was my first anime convention ever, period. And I wanted to buy a lot of merch. Most of my merch is of Cecilia Immergreen. And then I bought some of the other ones like Immergreen. I think I bought a few, maybe a Made Mint one here or there, some Phase Connect stuff. I got things here and there. And it was really nice because literally anybody that was a Hololive fan, you basically could pick them out easily. I don't have as much merch, so I wasn't able to easily stand out as a Hololive fan. But anytime I saw one, I made sure that if I saw somebody with CC stuff, I'd say something to them, because she's my favorite, and, you know, I want to talk to people that enjoy the same thing as me. Get to know a little bit about them. And I bought a lot of merch on Friday. It was a good bit, spent a couple $100s, and we're going to try to gloss over some of these things. But it just went in, left pretty early, you know. It was fun. It was a great time. Saturday, still don't have a ticket for the Saturday event. We're sitting there, we go in, my friend and I think doors open at 10, and right around noon, we have, you know, he had already been, you know, we already went and got through all of the stuff that he wanted. He said, I want these specific things. So we found the booths, we got there, we got him to buy them, we got him working on it. I bought a few things until things happen. But we're sitting there and we go to get some food. We're standing there and this guy comes up that has a CC happy on. And I was like, oh, hey, what's up? What's up, bro? And then we look, and he has a custom-made figure of Cece and Gigi. What? That was crazy. We're talking to the dude, just be like, oh my god, this is so sick. This is so cool. Because there's nothing else out there right now like that. And then he lets us have some cards as well. And I'm like, man, I'm just vibing so well. And I really wish I had a Saturday ticket, because I didn't buy a Saturday ticket, and I feel like I'm regretting it. And this dude goes, what? You want one for $20? These were orchestra level seats. These were on the ground floor. These were fantastic seats for $20. And I was like, yeah. My friend had $20 on him and gave it to him. He gave it to me pretty much immediately. Now, during this time, I somehow lost my credit card at this point. Whatever, it's fine. It's just money. I had a friend that was willing to help me with finances during this time. I screwed up. It was rough, but at the same time, I was on this such feel-good moment where you just, things are going well. I get to go to a concert. My friend and I get out of the con Saturday night. We're already like, oh man, this is pretty dope. Like, we'll like chill out a bit, and then we'll go to the Saturday concert. After leaving the con, our other friend who didn't have an Anime NYC ticket texts me, and he says, hey, I got a ticket to the Saturday concert, man. You can have it. Like, he was really chill. He was really like, I don't want to take somebody's ticket away from them. And I get to be like, bro, we all three now have tickets. We all three get to go. So let's start by diving into the concert itself and how the vibe was feeling. There's a lot of people there. It was packed. It was crazy how many people were there. I really wasn't certain how to feel, because at first I sat down. I don't know anybody around me. I don't know. There's no one around me. And the guy next to me was completely like kind of ignoring me. Just whatever, just playing game on his phone, no big problem. And then people, as it starts getting closer, people are talking more and people are talking more. The guy next to me then starts becoming a yap machine. And really, it's just wonderful to sit there and just be seeing people just love something together. Like, everybody loves this concert. Everybody there is there for one thing, for the most part. The people, other than the people that are working there, that may also enjoy the concert or not, I would say for the most part, the people working there, I would say most of them were not necessarily there to enjoy the concert. They're there to do their job and make money. But it was just electrifying, the concert. It is immediately, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Immediately when the concert starts, everyone stands up, and I'm like, this is going to be it. This is going to be the thing. And it's just pretty much everybody enjoying this one thing together, that we're all there enjoying the same thing and don't care how we look or how we act, for the most part. As long as you're being respectful, of course. You need to act very respectfully still at concerts. And it was just this fantastic moment of just really just feeling like you're becoming part of something. Even if you might not feel like you've always been part of it, you feel like you're more closer to what you want to do rather than you would previously. And there were also some other fantastic things too. I got to meet the very popular Gigi cosplayer. It was just, I could talk to anybody next to me and just know that, hey, I might not know as much as them in the Hololive, but I know enough to care. And they love discussing it. I didn't know a lot of the songs, but that's fine, because the vibes were there. I don't need to know the songs to enjoy something. I just need to enjoy my time. And I think that's what really this is something that made me enjoy my time, even though I didn't know anything. I knew almost none of the songs on the first day. I knew a very few amount of songs, but it was still worth it. There were funny moments. I loved the little live skits. I loved just everything about it. It was wonderful. I had a fantastic time. I got to sit and stand next to people being goofballs, and that's all that you really want to be in real life. I act like a goofball all the time, and I love talking to people. And there's so many people that you could talk to here. It was fantastic. It was a great day one, and I was glad that I got to see, the members of Justice perform for the first time, because there's never gonna be that first time they perform. And it really sunk with me there that there's something I'm doing here that is no one else will be able to really experience this moment, because this is only one time. And it really did get very emotional for me that, I'm here not with my friends directly next to me, but my friends are here in the place, and we're all doing the same thing. We're screaming at the top of our lungs. Whether or not you would think that is weird or strange, we're just enjoying our time. The concert is not really necessarily even why I went in the first place. I went because my friends were going. But meeting people along the way is just another part of life's journey. You just want to go and experience things. And I got to experience a lot on the first day. Day 2, we as a group, we went to Central Park and then basically went to the concert. And then afterwards, it was pretty much they were tired. But I want to talk about the Day 2 concert, because I was on the first level up, and we got there early, and it was, the tension had been gone of yesterday, where I no longer felt maybe a little bit embarrassed of where I am. Now I'm like, whatever, who cares? I could do anything. It doesn't matter. And I got to do silly things like take pictures of my friends and then be like, hey, I see you. And then they look at me and I'm like, hey, and it just feels nice. But I think the thing that I want to mention about Day 2, because Saturday was really just, hey, you got a ticket just by talking and being hyped for some random dude. Like, it was fantastic. It may have cost you your credit card, but I was able to deal with that easily. I'm fine financially. My credit card's not in any terrible position. I'll live. And then Day 2 happened. The guy next to me, I talked to him a little bit. He got there a little bit late. He actually was late. He missed the very beginning of the concert. And he comes in, and the first thing I told him, yeah, you missed 2 cosplayers making out on screen. He's like, dang it, I can't believe it. It was just a funny little moment. And we talked a little bit, and he said who his favorite, Hololive member is, and I mentioned my favorite Hololive member is Cecilia. A song comes on that's Corona, and I'm like, girl, this is your girl, go. And I tell him to just go crazy, go wild, go insane. And he does. And then a few songs later, perhaps the next song, I don't remember. One thing about idol concerts is that you have these glow sticks. I don't know what to call them. I'm going to call them glow sticks. And everybody has them. Except for, me and my one friend. I think my one friend did have one. I could be wrong on that. I think it was just a green stick. You're supposed to change it and everything. That's besides the point. Anyways, I don't have them because I wasn't really that into this. I wasn't into it leading up to it. I was just kind of like, there'll be friends there and I'll see this concert too. It'll be fun, right? And the guy next to me, as soon as Cece gets on stage, he goes, bro, you need this, and just gives me the stick, this glow stick, something that seems very insignificant to my enjoyment. But damn, I enjoyed this concert so much more when that dude just kept giving me this stick every time. Pretty much almost every time, letting me get excited. I felt like I was able to get myself more energized through it, rather than sometimes feeling like, ooh, I don't know what to do because I don't know the song, and I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know what to do. And it felt great. And I think the lesson that I've gotten out of this Hololive concert is that, it was a fantastic experience. I think if you ever get a moment to go to one of their concerts, please do. Please do. I think it's something that I've not traveled for a very long time. And it's wonderful to have things like, for instance, when I went to BlizzCon in 2013, when you can go to a random restaurant and just see people cosplaying as random, World of Warcraft characters. This has the same feeling of you just go to a Jollibee's and just start chatting about the Hololive concert. I've never been to Jollibee's, and I've never been in a restaurant talking about Hololive. And not only that, it's just the amount of what do I want to say? Good gracious that, how willing people are to just make sure you have a good time. That guy didn't have to sell me a stick for 20 bucks. That guy didn't have to let me use his stick, his light stick. He only had one. He let me use it because he just knew I would enjoy it more. And it really felt great. It felt great to just know that we just enjoy the same thing. It felt amazing that we have this sort of connection and bond to share, that, you know, this is just something that has all been built up for one moment. And really, it's one moment that I don't think I'll forget. I don't think I'll remember the acts of kindness from strangers. The times where I got to be with my friends and just talk about nerdy stuff that's just new and nerdy. It's been a fantastic experience, and I hope I get time again to go to another Hololive concert, and I hope you get to go there too. Thanks for watching this random video, and have a good night. Thank you.